Hey everybody, this is David, and this is Deck 13. And so I said to the nurse, what the... Son of a... Computer, open turbolift door. Deck 13.
Unable to comply.
Why not?
You are not authorized to access this facility.
I'm supposed to be on the bridge. Well, apparently there's been another transporter malfunction, and I'm stuck here on Deck 13 with you guys again. Well, might as well talk a little bit more about Voyager. The first 3 seasons of Voyager were not necessarily the best 3 seasons of Voyager. They were getting their footing. They were setting a course. Anyway, however, the end of Season 2 and the beginning of Season 3, I thought, were great episodes with Basics Part 1 and Part 2. And the 2 characters, my 2 favorite characters from those seasons, are Suder and Seska. Seska, that crazy, Maquis lunatic who later turned out to be a Cardassian. And Suder, that murderous lunatic who later melded with Tuvok and gained some control of himself. Anyway, I think both of these actors are outstanding. And Brad Dourif, he was in The Lord of the Rings as Wormwood. He was fantastic. Was that his name? Wormwood? Lord of the Rings? What was his name? Oh yeah. Martha Hackett. I don't know of any other thing that she was in other than being the lead singer for Molly Hatchet. Martha Hackett, Molly Hatchet, it works. So Suder is left alone on the ship. The Kazon, that lunatic, Seska, convinces Chakotay that she's had a baby, and it's Chakotay's baby. And it looks a little like, he looks a little Native American, got the dark skin and the tan skin, in the dark hair. Kind of looks like Chakotay. Good job on casting whoever casted that episode. But it turns out at the end that it wasn't his baby. It was actually Maj Kola's baby. So she was wrong. She was hopeful, and I think that lent to her being a lunatic. That crazed lover, ex-lover person who comes back into your life and haunts you, and you have to make a decision. Well, Chakotay decided to go after the baby, and that's when all hell breaks loose, and that's when Voyager gets taken over by the Kazon. Well, not a good decision on their part. And then Suder, using his Maquis trick of using a Thoron generator to mask his location on the ship, and of course Seska realizes that right away. That's an old Maquis trick, she says. I love Seska. She's great. What a great actress, Martha Hackett. And the ironic thing, here these two are squaring off each other, playing chess on a ship, and they never even see each other. Suder kills a whole bunch of Kazon, and then he curls into a ball and he has to breathe. Or was that in the episode Meld? No, he's talking to the doctor. Anyway, I'll have to review that. It's been a while since I've seen the episode, but it was easily the best of seasons 2 and 3, and that kind of laid the foundation for more upcoming shows where the Kazon were just a big part of those 2 seasons, and of course then came the Vidians, and I thought that they had really established some great evil characters, some great opposition. They made a few friends, like the Talaxians. Now, of course, the Talaxians didn't have a whole lot of firepower, did they? They were pretty much nice guys, not a lot of firepower. And so what do I want to say about this episode is that I wanted to see more of Seska, and we got to see more of Seska. Later, there was an episode on the holodeck where there she is again. Seska had programmed at some point when somebody runs the holodeck, where she basically takes over and is able to do more evil stuff and torture the crew more. And it's a shame, I thought, that they killed her off. It was those darn secondary phaser couplings that Tom Paris is always messing with. I told Tom, don't be messing with the secondary phaser couplings, you'll blow up the ship. And he's like, what are you talking about? So I explained to him that if the secondary phaser couplings go, right, that means the ship's blowing. Once the primary phaser couplings are rendered inoperable, if you switch to an inoperable and damaged secondary phaser coupling, that could blow up the bridge. So basically, that's what Tom did. He stole the idea from me. Secondary phaser couplings. You see, the secondary power couplings are located over here, right next to the primary power couplings. Yeah, I think that's where they're at. And, I think that all in all, Tom, he's kind of that Han Solo kind of character that, don't we all want to be like Tom Paris? Originally, when they were making the show, and they were going to have Tom Paris and Janeway be the romantic interest. And that's when Kate Mulgrew said, no, that's not a good idea. I don't want to be sleeping with the crew. She needs to be separate from the crew. And so she prefers holodeck men to real men. And she likes to make them a little taller when they're not quite tall enough in the program. Anyway, this is David with Deck 13, and it's been great talking to you guys. Hope you enjoy the costume. I got the comm badge on. So I am going to beam out of here to the bridge. I'm going to try to beam out of here to the bridge. David, to the bridge. Yeah, please beam me to Deck 13.
Unable to comply.
Beam me to my quarters.
Affirmative.
Engage. I am not playing with my spaceship.